Good morning.
Hi. Morning. Let's see. Maybe move back a little more. Do, do, do. I think that's all right. Ooh. All right. So we're going to be doing yoga today, but on the floor. So I want you to be able to have something that you can get back up with. So if that might be a chair, a couch, something close to you so that you can get back up if that's an issue. But we're going to stay on the ground the entire time. So yeah, you don't need a yoga mat. You could just use something soft maybe. Let me admit. I saw a towel being put down. That works too. Yep. Towel, blanket, anything like that. Okay, so it is now noon. And Robin, who just joined, we're doing yoga, but we're going to be on the floor today. So I was telling them if you need help getting off the floor, make sure there's a chair next to you or a couch, anything like that. Okay, so let me tip this a little bit. Then a little bit more. Okay, that's better. I like that. Move this up. I'm trying to find the perfect angle for my camera here. Okay, I think we're good. Okay, so we're going to do a couple of yoga poses. Again, on the ground mostly. To start, if you have a pillow or something soft to sit on, go ahead and sit on the ground, sit on that. And I'm going to come forward to let people in because I didn't do it automatically. So that's, oh, hold on, I can do that. No waiting. Okay, cool. And everybody mute themselves. All right, awesome. Okay, so we're sitting on something soft, preferably. Sitting in a comfortable position. That doesn't need to mean that your legs are bent. If that doesn't feel good to you, your legs can be out straight. Or maybe even sitting on your heels, that might not be that comfortable. But whatever is comfortable for you, I'm going to choose this. All right, so we're sitting down wherever we are. Palms are facing onto our thighs. Our chest is up nice and high. Adjusting this a little bit more. Chest is up high. We're breathing steadily. And we're getting comfortable in whatever seat we chose. We're feeling wherever the base of our spine is touching the ground, the tailbone, and kind of following that spine all the way up to the crown of the head. Rooting down, but also shining our light up. Just gentle breaths here, in and out. The face is soft. The gaze is soft. The chest is soft as well. Okay, while we're still seated, we can take our chin to our chest. Taking some deep breaths here. The inhales fill up the lungs and the belly. Maybe stretches the neck even more. The exhale, we sink deeper into our pose, to our seat. Start to rock the head from side to side, ear to shoulder. Chin to chest, ear to shoulder. Chin to chest, ear to shoulder. Chin to chest, ear to shoulder. Good. The next time the head comes to the right side, ear to shoulder, we pause there. Let's take our left hand behind the back, and then just kind of drape it at the tailbone, the small of the back. Pausing there. Good. Let's replace that left palm back on top of our thigh and roll the neck through the center, chin to chest to the other side, ear to shoulder. Take the right hand behind the back and again drape it behind. All right, let's take that right hand back on top of the thigh and take the chin to the chest one last time and slowly start to flow the head back on top of the shoulders, blinking the eyes open maybe. Okay, so we're going to transition now to our hands and our knees. If our knees have some issues being directly on the ground, if you have a mat on you, or if you maybe have a blanket or towel, something extra, you can fold over one side to make a little bit more cushioning. Or we're gonna kind of end up here in a tabletop position. And sorry for so much movement here. I'm just trying to figure out my life. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna end up here in tabletop position. I really want you to focus on having your hips directly on top of your knees, your shoulders directly on top of your wrists, and big wide fingers, right? So like if you were about to high five someone, big wide fingers, all of your finger pads are pressing into the ground. Okay? Just feeling rooted here, almost like you're shooting energy through your palms into the earth. Your arms are extended, your back is straight, your tummy is tight, yeah? We can take some cat-cows here. So in yoga, we like to move with the breath. Anything that makes us expand and open, we take deep, full breaths. Anything that makes us contract, we usually exhale so that we can fully push all the air out. So in a cat-cow sequence here, we want to inhale, lifting the tailbone, swooping the back, lifting the chest on the inhale, and on the exhale to round and curl the spine, really pressing the top of the shoulder blades towards the ceiling, like a Halloween cat. So trying that again on the inhale, dropping the belly, lifting the tailbone, swooping the back, cow. The exhale to round and curl and pushing the upper back into the ceiling. Taking a couple more rounds, inhaling to cow, dropping belly, lifting chest. Exhaling to cat, rounding and curling the spine. Inhaling, dropping the belly, lifting the chest. And exhale to round and curl. Good. Let's come to a neutral spine, still on our hands and knees here. And let's kind of sit back. So we can either sit up, if that feels okay, again on our knees, or if you're able to sit back, sitting back towards the heels. That might be a little bit tight for the hip flexors, maybe for the legs here. So standing up on your knees is also okay, right? So let's just shake out our wrists. A lot of us might not do a lot on our wrists, so this might be some new sensations, right? So whenever we go down, when we do things on the ground, we're gonna have kind of like a wrist break, just squeezing and opening the hands, maybe rolling the wrists, okay? All right, let's come back down to our tabletop on our hands and our knees. This time I want you to take your fingertips and point them out to the outsides of the mat. So it's kind of like you're rotating them outward and your wrists are pointing towards each other. So again, you can figure out what feels better. You might move your hands closer to your body if you need more kind of like stability. You might need to make it a wider stance, whatever feels good to you. We're just trying to press the finger pads down into the ground. Again, the wrists are pointing towards each other. Let's start to shift side to side, just gently, really, really slow. See what that feels like. So I'm going to go from this angle so you can see that. And again, whenever you need to sit up, or maybe this is too much on your knees, then go ahead and sit on your bum, or we can find something else for you. But we're shifting side to side here, stretching out our wrists. Okay. Good. All right, let's come to stillness in the middle. Let's go ahead and take a seat on our bum. Take one seat. We're going to extend both legs straight out on the mat, straight out in front of you. The toes are pointing up to the sky. We're going to take our hands behind our back and face the fingertips pointing towards the bum, right? The elbows are pointing away from you. So we're sitting up nice and tall. We're trying to extend our elbows, straighten them out, which makes us automatically lift our chest. So we're going to kind of sit in a L-like formation. This is Dandasana. Pressing into the ground, lifting the chest. Good, let's relax. Sitting in a normal position. Maybe shake out the hands. Again, wrist break. Roll them out. Squeeze and extend. And let's try it one more time. Taking the hands behind the bum, fingertips pointing towards the bum, elbows pointing away, extending the elbows, making them straight, lifting the chest, maybe looking up at the sky this time, just a little bit of a back bend. Taking some deep, full breaths, letting the chest open. Good, and let's come back through our center, release the hands, sitting up nice and tall, wrist break, shake them out. So doing something just as simple as that, opening up the chest, which doesn't require a whole lot of energy, is good, because a lot of the time we're like this all day, right? So this is good, this is a good heart opener. Okay, so sitting in our seat, maybe rocking side to side so that we know that we're nice on our sits bones, our bum bones. Let's hinge at the hips and start to fold over the legs. So folding could be anything, right? For you, this could be folding, and that's perfectly okay. As long as you're feeling some type of sensation in the backs of the legs, maybe the low back. There's something stretching, right? So your interpretation of folding over is your interpretation. All I want from you is to stay nice and long. So there's a nice long line from the crown of the head all the way to the tailbone as you lower down towards your legs. Your toes are still pointing up to the sky as we fold. If the knees start to come up, that's okay. Let's just keep everything straight though. The knees can lift as long as the back is straight. Good. Wherever you are, relax your shoulders, relax your face. Find your breath. A lot of the times in life and in yoga, we hold our breath when we're uncomfortable, right? We want to almost brace ourselves for what's happening or what's not happening because we really don't know what's going to happen at any point. So I encourage you to kind of switch that off, right? To work on switching that off. Finding your breath in those uncomfortable times, both on and off your mat. All right, let's slowly start to sit all the way up, still staying nice and tall, the crown of the head reaching towards the sky. Woo, made it, good. And maybe we need some shoulder rolls here. That might have been a lot of stretching for us, which is cool, this is good for moving, right? And maybe reversing the shoulder rolls if necessary. Okay. All right, let's do one more thing. Let's open up our legs. Again, that is subjective. Opening could be just a little bit, and that's fine. Or it could be as much as you can, right? So opening up your legs. Again, the goal, keeping the toes up to the sky, keeping the back nice and straight, all right? So what we're gonna do is take our right hand first, take it to the inside of the leg towards the ankle, and the thumb is pointing up to the sky, right? So I want you to kind of reach towards your right foot, right ankle, and the inside of the right leg, thumb pointing up to the sky. Once you've gotten to a place where you can kind of feel some type of sensation happening here, I want you to take this left hand and take it to your the nape of your neck. Back in the day, we call it the kitchen, right? The nape of the neck. So we're opening up the chest. We're trying to stack the shoulders on top of each other. And this top elbow is going to be pointing towards the sky. It's not going to be pointing down. So we don't want to perpetuate that crunch motion of which we automatically would do just living our lives. We want to force this open. Again, if we're not able to fully stack these shoulders, we can come up higher. And we can just be like this. This is fine. I'm still feeling a stretch. My shoulders are up. I'm still in the right orientation. So we're breathing here. Big full breaths. Find them. Good. All right, let's take our left hand down in front of our torso, and slowly come back up to a seat. All right, we're gonna walk our hands forward now. Again, keeping a nice long spine. Go from this direction, nice long spine. Going to an uncomfortably comfortable place. The knees can bend, that's okay, as long as the spine is long. Don't move from a place of ego. You don't need to go any lower than you need to. Just go to where your body feels most comfortable and uncomfortable at the same time. So we're breathing in our forward straddle. Finding the breath. All right. And let's start to walk the hands back towards the torso. And we have one more side to do. So the left side is up, taking the left thumb, pointing it up to the sky, taking it to the inside of the left leg, kind of moving it towards the ankle, moving it. I feel a stretch. I feel like this is probably where I want to go. We take our right hand to the kitchen, the back of the neck, the nape of the neck. And we point our elbow towards the sky. And we're finding some type of ease in this. So right now, while we're in this pose, I want you to scan the body for any tight places. Automatically, I can feel the back of my left leg trying to hold me up and say, no, that's not, you don't need to go anymore, right? I feel my shoulders. I feel things that are trying to hold me up. I want you to try to relax them and allow gravity to take over. I mean, comfortably, right? We do want to not hurt ourselves, but we do want to turn off some of those protective muscular stopping points. So we're breathing here. All right, good. Let's take our right hand in front of our torso and slowly come all the way back up to our seat. Good. Let's roll our shoulders forward and back. Forward first, and maybe back. All right, let's go ahead and close our legs. We can do them one at a time. We can do them together. All right, so our legs are together. Let's go ahead and lay on back to our backs. Okay, let's bend both knees, placing both feet on the mat or on the ground. The knees are pointing up to the sky. Let's take our arms out like a T. Both palms are facing up to the sky. And then let's just take the knees over to the right side first. So really taking your time as you drop your knees to the right side, but keep the feet exactly where they are. So from this angle, I can go like this, is what it looks like. So while we're in this twist here, really relax the top hip, this left hip. If this is too much for you, if this is too much of a stretch, you can always move both of your knees together and stack your knees over to the right side. We're breathing here. Again, we're finding our breath. We're not holding anything in. Good. One more breath here. Nice. Okay, let's slowly start to take our knees through the center. Again, keeping the feet exactly where they are. They don't need to move. And then knock the knees over to the left side, nice and slow. And when the knees arrive, you can relax that top hip, relax the top thigh, maybe a glute or two is trying to help out, tell it to chill out. Again, our arms are out like a T, and we're looking up at the ceiling. If your knees don't like this, or if your hip doesn't like this, you can always put both knees together on the left side. Taking your time. All right, let's go ahead and take our knees up towards the ceiling one more time, feet planted on the ground. Let's hug our arms in, just crossing either arm on top, it doesn't matter, and kind of hug ourselves here. I wanted to stretch the upper back without being on the floor a different way, so we're just kind of hugging in. Good, we can open up the arms again. And let's switch sides, switch arms on top, hug in one more time. Okay. Let's go ahead and take our legs all the way down to the ground. We're laying flat on the ground. Our palms can be in a neutral position, or they can be facing up to the sky. Shoulders are away from the ears, and our legs are separated. Immediately, if we feel any tension or tightness in our lower back right here, which is completely possible, you can always bend those knees once more and take the knees in together. So bending the knees up to the sky and kind of knocking them in together, making a TP will relieve that lower back pain. But we're going to take a few breaths here in Shavasana. Okay, so legs are either extended or knees are bent and knocked into each other. When we arrive in whatever shape we choose, let's take a deep inhale through the nose and open mouth exhale. Relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the chest. Good. Releasing any tension in the toes, ankles, shins. The calf pressing into the ground maybe. The thighs become soft. The hips are heavy into the ground. Belly is soft, rising and falling with the breath. Upper back into the ground. The chest is loose. It's not tight. It's not anticipating anything. It's free. It's supple. Shoulders away from the ears, shoulder blades pressing into the ground, back to the arms, the forearms, and the fingers. As we breathe deeply, we release tension in the collarbones, the throat, the jaw unclenches, the teeth separate, the cheeks and the face become soft, the eyes sink deeper into their sockets. Forehead smooths, scalp tingles. Being fully present, fully aware in the now. What happened 2 minutes ago does not matter. What will happen in 2 minutes does not matter. We're here right now. We're present and we're breathing. That's all. All right. We'll start to wiggle fingers and toes. Increasing the inhales and the exhales, staying right here on the ground. Maybe the eyes still remain closed. Start to roll over to one side on the ground. Just if you're rolling in your bed, right? Just rolling over. Maybe making a pillow with your hands if you are sleeping on your bed. When you're ready, pressing your way up, using your hands, your full palms, pressing your way up to a comfortable seat one more time, whatever that looks like for you. Maybe the legs are extended, maybe you can sit cross-legged, but either way, we're sitting up tall and our eyes are still closed. When we've arrived to our seat, let's just take a deep breath by ourselves. We exhale, releasing more tension that we weren't able to get rid of in our practice. All right. Let's go ahead and take both palms together, rubbing them, creating some heat and some energy. Let's place one palm on top of the heart, the other on top of it. Bowing in gratitude for this time, for this day. The light within me acknowledges and respects the light within each of you. Namaste. Namaste. So take your time getting up. I can show you if you need help getting up, I'm gonna go through it with a chair here so you can visualize it right. Rolling to one side, slowly coming back to our table, using the seat of the chair, using one foot, using the other foot to stand all the way up, okay? So Monday we will be using the bands. If you haven't received the bands, we've been in communication by now, or we're trying to get into communication for the drop off. So if you don't have them, or if you've requested not to have them, make sure that you have your resistance bands or equivalent. You might have small weights or something like that for Monday's class. Stay tuned for the journal entry for this week and a quick nutrition entry for this week. So you guys have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you next Monday.
Monday is the holiday.
Next Tuesday, you're right. Tuesday is next week's third week.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
you.
All right, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
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 Bye-bye. Have a nice week, you guys.
You
You
too.
too,
Thank you.
Robin. Take care.
Okay, you too.
Thank you, everyone. Have a great weekend.
Okay.
All right,
You too,
you all
Robin.
too.